I want to ask you something. When you're getting ready for a date, what is actually going through your head? Because for most of us, and I was absolutely one of them, it sounds like, I hope he will like me, I hope he will enjoy spending time with me, I hope he will like my outfit, my hair, my perfume, I hope he will call me back, I hope he will find me attractive, I hope he will. Everything was about one thing: being chosen. And I spent years living inside that questions until I realized that was not the point. Today, I want to talk about the one mindset shift that changed everything for me. It saved my time, my energy, it helped me enjoy dates more, and ultimately, which is the most important, it helped me find the right partner. It is very, very simple. You might be shocked. How simple is that? I stopped telling myself, I hope he likes me. And I started telling myself, I hope I like him. That's it. Very simple yet very powerful. Let me share a bit more about why it works. When I was in my early 20s, I was stuck in an on and off toxic relationship for 3 years. That relationship drained me and left me completely broken. It taught me that love was something you earned, that you had to be very careful not to ask for too much, that if you were too much, too opinions, too ambitious, to yourself, you would lose the person. So I learned to make myself smaller. And when the relationship ended, I carried all of that into the next chapter. I started dating again, and on the surface level, everything looked fine. But underneath, I was still operating from the same place. Please like me, please choose me, please let me be enough. And because I was so focused on being chosen, I completely forgot that I was also allowed to choose. This way of thinking usually comes from one of 3 places. The first, low self-worth. The deep, often unconscious belief that love is not something you simply deserve. It is something you have to earn. So you perform, and unfortunately you people please. Second, past rejection. If someone has left you, cheated on you, or made you feel not good enough, your nervous system remembers. And it starts treating every new person like a test you might fail. So you go in defensive and desperate at the same time, which is an exhausting combination. And the third, a painful relationship. If someone spent a long time making you feel like you had to work for their approval, that pattern doesn't disappear the moment the relationship ends. You carry it with you into every room, every date, every first conversation, completely unconsciously. And when your main question going into dating is, will they like me? You stop paying attention to whether you actually like them. You overlook things that bother you because you don't want to seem difficult. You stay in situations that don't feel right because being chosen by the wrong person still feels better than not being chosen at all. And then one day you are in a relationship that doesn't fit you and you cannot figure out how you got there. You got there because you were so focused on being picked that you forgot you were also picking. I remember the moment the shift happened to me. I was getting ready for a date and I was completely in my head. Changing outfits, checking my hair, rehearsing topics I could bring up, wondering if I would be interesting enough, wondering if he would text me after. And at some point, I stopped. I looked at myself in the mirror and I thought, what am I actually doing right now? Why am I auditioning? Why am I stressing? That was the moment I understood. I'm not the only one being assessed tonight. I'm also assessing. And I walked out of the door differently that evening. Instead of thinking, I hope he likes me, I thought, I hope I like him. And I immediately changed from performance mode to relax mode. And don't get me wrong, it is not about becoming hard to reach. It is not about pretending that you don't care. It is simply about walking in as an equal, not as a candidate hoping to pass an audition, but as a person who knows their worth and who is curious about whether the person across from them matches it. That's it. And from that place, everything changes. You ask real questions instead of saying what you think they want to hear. You notice how they make you feel instead of focusing on how you are coming across. You relax because you are not managing an impression anymore. You're being present. And presence, in my opinion, the real, grounded, and hurried presence, is one of the most attractive things a person can bring to a date. And one more thing. This mindset shift only works if you know what you're actually looking for. And most people have never sat down and figured that out. They know what they find physically attractive, they know they want someone who is funny, kind, successful, but they have never gone deeper than that. So before you go on another date, especially after leaving a relationship that broke you, I want you to do something very, very simple. Sit down and write your list. Not a physical list, but a list of values. Write down the things that no matter how attractive or charming someone is, if they are missing, this is not the right person for you. Because when you know what you're looking for, you stop being swept away by surface level attraction and you start noticing what is actually there. That list will make sure you don't repeat the same pattern. And one last thing. Having high standards is not about being difficult. It is not about having a list so long that nobody could ever meet it. It is about knowing your worth and refusing to give it away just because you're afraid of being alone. But here's what I also believe. The standard has to go both ways. If you want someone who is emotionally available, are you emotionally available? If you want someone who communicates honestly, do you communicate honestly? If you want someone who has done their inner work, have you done yours? This is not about being perfect. This is about integrity. You cannot ask for things you are not also offering. This is not fair. It will never work. And when you do the work on yourself, you stop attracting people who feed on your needs and you start attracting people who match your level. So the next time you're getting ready for a date, instead of asking, will they like me? Pause, take a deep breath, and ask, will I like them? Don't forget that. Thank you so much for watching and listening, and have a good date. I will see you in the next episode. Bye!